back in the South, doing what we do. It's your boy T Show, and I am sitting next to the technician himself. There is none greater than Jaycutta.
I had to give the Randy Orton on that one. That was it was too nice of a moment. I had to just give that Randy Orton for a second. What's going on, y'all?
What's happening, peoples? Out there in TikTok land. But we a bunch of chilling this today because we've been trying to find out some things.
Yeah, we out there trying to want some answers.
My biggest thing is what them $1.8 billion we've been looking for about a year. In South Carolina. You know, that's what they told us. They found it in an account, and we ain't heard nothing else about it since.
Nah. Hey, whoever's name gets connected with that, I bet it's gonna be some charges. I bet that's why
Everybody said
like, nah, that wouldn't be. Whatever. I'm telling you, man, like anything but it has to do with money. The United States will put a grip on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to the money, man, they not playing about that money. That's why they like, nah, you ain't gonna get me like that. Because whoever it is gonna fall in the hot pot of boiling water.
But we've been tripping over that.
You know what I'm saying?
When we first said something about it, we was like, okay, you got $1.8 billion. That's sitting in the account, so I'm assuming it's drawing interest, right?
Should be.
Okay.
Well,
so,
you know, they probably frozen that.
So, okay, even if that. So now you got, like I say, I don't care who you voted for, who you root for. I think all these bills and everything that went up is kicking all us in the ass. So you can't tell me you can't split that up amongst the taxpaying people and give them back their money. Because everybody can take that little something right now and do something with it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially now, hell, kids gonna be out of school in a few weeks.
Right.
So
Tan
some
on the groceries.
they go good. The groceries, and then you know some of us, you know,
Clothes,
some care, all that kind of stuff.
Trips.
Right. Trips. Man, you can look at it. Look at it. Our trip for us was, if you was lucky, was Carolyn.
Yeah.
And back to the house.
You was somebody you would care with.
Yeah.
You was somebody. Yeah.
Oh, you was big dogging me with Six Flags.
Now that was for the bougie cat.
The bougie cat. You said the bougie
people had asked
before we knew what it was,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. People had to have some bread, you know what I'm saying, to run up with Six Flags.
Six Flags. Over Georgia.
Well, that's crazy how times have shifted.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Most
stuff that used to be major is nothing now.
Nothing
you know what I
now.
mean? It's crazy.
And these kids, but these kids is a trip. Like seriously, man. Like my granddaughter, and if you don't know her, you know her, and she's just funny. Like you can't go to them about no chicken finger meal or nothing like that. They want crab legs. Like what the hell you were?
Yeah, man, they small though, man.
Yeah.
We didn't give them what we got. We didn't do it. But we didn't do it.
If you was
We
hungry,
didn't do
you gonna eat what the hell I got in here, or you gonna starve.
Right.
Them was the rules.
That was it.
That's it.
You didn't even challenge your parents
What?
when you were growing up. Challenge what? You didn't challenge your own life. Not mine.
Right.
Not
Not
put
mine.
my life on the line because you want a little job. Man, please. My mom hit you with stuff around corners and all kind of stuff. So I mean, it was different.
Yeah, man.
You still scared of your parents. I don't care. Your mama could be little. And you big old jokers.
Yeah.
It's that
Take
one
it
thing,
back,
bro.
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro. Once they nurture you, boy, it's
Yeah.
over.
Most
You
definitely.
kill for them. You move for them.
You know, but I don't think it's at the same time though. You know, it's just they just funny these days. You know what I'm saying?
They're so much smarter.
Well, I think you know
Earlier, what they're dealing with, they are.
Right.
Because we didn't have to deal with technology. We dealt with our imagination. So
Yeah, we had.
that's why we're more
Well, hey,
the heavier
hey,
thinkers.
check this out, man.
These
We're
are
gonna go
good.
outside.
Hey.
We're gonna draw in the dirt a box.
Right.
Okay. And somehow we're gonna take this tennis ball and what appears to be a piece of a bat, and we're gonna make some kind of game out of it. I don't know what to call it.
Right.
But that's us.
Yeah.
Okay?
We make it happen.
We make it happen.
Don't make it 6.
Now we make the rules on the fly.
Right.
It ain't no.
And Negroes be cheap.
Cheap
You know
the
how
whole
it goes.
time.
You
You
know
know
how it
it's dirty.
goes. It's like, wow. No, see, on the second out you can do that.
Yeah, but not the first.
But not on the first. You ain't even supposed to throw that over here like that. Boy, you don't get out here with that bootleg version. Boy, I'm telling you, we are tough. Boy, we think so slick on the fly.
Boy, man, childhood was just funny, man.
That's why I see it now. They had to get us out of the way before this technology came because we were too much thinkers. Our group we really were thinkers. You had to, you have a choice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
There was no real such thing as boredom.
Right.
Like you
right. All you had was
gonna make
time.
something.
Yeah, you gonna make something happen.
But you know, my class is my class
What's that?
thing to make up was the wrestling belts.
Well, don't do that. Yeah. Don't do. Shout out to the tag team champions. Shout out to the had Johnny B. You understand? We used to run the bus. My dude, hey, world champ.
Listen,
that's when the Road Warriors was popping.
Right. Listen, come on the bus. You got.
That is crazy.
You done messed around and got the dang on foil and the cardboard, and boy, you done made it happen.
Oh yeah.
You can walk around with any belt that you want.
But see,
It didn't matter.
Don't
You
give
can
me no colors though. Don't let me get no colors to put on there now. Like the yellow and the blue and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Get a little red trim on stuff.
And then you didn't walk with them around your waist. You put it on your shoulder.
Shoulder because you meant business.
You meant business.
Hey, and think about it. When you talk to somebody, you can always slap them. You don't want it like that. Not like you think. Hey, you
I just can't think of you. Ray Ramon, do you see what I'm saying?
You don't want it like
Chico.
you think. Hey, bro, you know everybody imitated wrestlers growing up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say these kids missed a lot of stuff that could have built them as humans. Because a lot of them have a problem with being with other kids. You know what I'm saying? The other young
now.
people on into being an adult because technology singles you out a lot of times, and it draws all your energy and your mindset. It goes into so you have to be like this in order to feel like you're functioning. I see young people that literally do this majority of the day, like literally have a phone facing them majority of the day. You see what I'm saying? That's how connected they are with technology. See, that's why we weren't.
Listen here. If you wasn't a wrestling guy, there was gonna be Kung Fu Theater on Saturday after cartoon. Okay, if that, you had to have a bike,
Right.
because the bike was gonna take you places. And now you can't let your kids out of your sight to ride a bike.
Right. Yeah, the game done changed.
But now, back then, when we was in Broomtown, we might be all the way downtown at the library. Right. Long as you didn't get hit, your mama wasn't gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying?
You get in trouble, you bring the folks to the
But
house.
yeah, if you hit anything,
You come inside, they be looking at y'all, you know what I'm saying?
like, what? You done
I'm
messed
gonna
up.
go back outside. Y'all tell them what I told y'all. Hey, I'm going to go outside. And they ready to jump on somebody.
Man, you don't even realize how much fun we had.
We did, man. We had fun. Do you know what I really liked about growing up when we did it? if you weren't there, you didn't know.
Man, what?
You know what I'm saying? If you weren't out there, you didn't know.
You just missed it.
Right.
Ain't no rewind. Ain't no, ain't nothing called it.
All you get is folk tales. That's all you get. You get what they want to give you. That's it.
I'm gonna hit you with something here.
Yeah,
This right here gonna be. It might be funny. It might get us banned. But this was.
It's been cool, y'all.
What? I don't know.
Enjoy this little.
It makes sense at the time.
Yeah, that's some heavy thinking type of stuff, man.
I guess he was already in the zone though.
He might have been. I don't know. I was expressing the disappointment of my dude Blue Devils also.
You know what? I wasn't gonna say this.
I hate that. You know, I hate that we laid down like that.
You know why?
Shout out to the
You
university
left here
program.
last Saturday. You was in I'm going home, watch my boys do that. I was like, hey man, I ain't gonna say a word.
You know what?
Until I seen that score, and I was like, boy. I said, man, he ain't gonna be the same. I'm gonna let him alone the rest of the week.
Man, nah, it wasn't even that serious because I saw through it. See, somebody took the check. Period.
What it was?
Yeah, somebody took the check. Too good of a team not to be able to score, get the ball in bounds, just the fundamental stuff. So we're somewhat counting money.
That's what it is.
Yeah, somebody got a real nice check off that one. So, yeah, shout out to Florida for winning it all. But
But what made that out so funny? That's your football team.
right. I had a dude ran up on me earlier talking about, hey, at least Florida won. I was like, you don't know.
I mean, that's your football school.
Right.
Just football.
That's it. Once you put the big scale up on my feet.
Oh, hey man,
I'm headed up the highway. I'm headed up the highway to Raleigh. Let's get up there.
Whatever floats you.
Let's get to Raleigh.
I mean, I'm a Clemson Tiger through and through. Football, basketball. I don't give a damn if it's field hockey.
But
it
see,
is what it is.
I couldn't do that because of the people I was around. See, like football, like Florida, I was around with Florida State person. So it was always on.
Always, yeah.
Every season, you know what I'm saying? It was on.
Right.
We both teams kept a pretty decent squad. So it was something every year. And it's like, I became a Green Bay fan.
Mm-hmm.
Other haters. You know what they told me, man? They said, I don't even know any black Green Bay Packer fans. I said, you know what?
You and my cousin Rodney is the only two I know.
I said, how? Like, well, that's good though, because we're authentic. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever you
We've
want to
been
call
at this
it.
thing, you know, for some years, decades. Shout out to the Green Bay Packer fans. You understand me?
Dude, go ahead.
Because we coming back. Jordan Love, baby. MVP. Let's get the Super Bowl. Let's get the Super Bowl, Green Bay.
I think that chicken sandwich you ate, they say hilarious.
Shout out to M&J's for the blazing chicken sandwich. Nah, but honestly though, they got some good food down there. But
yeah, it looked good.
I never be cooking, man. That's how I know, man. If we were able to form a village, man, it would be just stupid. Look how many cooks and caterers and business people we would have in one area if we just had that kind of unity. Woo!
We got that kind of unity.
But that would be beautiful.
It's just on a small scale.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful though if we can get it.
But,
I'd take part of it, just half of it, man. we make some good products, man. We just don't get to run our cash through each other because we cause too many bumps in the road ourselves on each other. You
Man,
know what I'm
what?
saying? They're just not
Is
even want to see it.
That's what I'm saying, but it's at the point.
It's
where
like
you can't really talk about it no more in the sense that you really have to show people with your efforts and your money exactly what you're talking about. Because we can talk about it all day long.
Yeah.
But until you just go out and do that, man, everybody look at you like you're crazy. You say something about unity, and it's almost like you gotta fight somebody.
Right.
And I be like, why that so hard?
For real.
You know what I mean? Why is that so hard? We all come from a different spots and got different things going on. But at the same time, you know, the one thing that unites us is we all got off the same boat. No matter where you live. And that's the honest to God truth. Matter of fact, what you're gonna be mad at is whether you live in the north, you live out west, or whatever, you are from South Carolina.
Oh, because of the ports.
That's where they drop you off at.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Of
You from
course.
South Carolina, dog. I don't care if you can tell me, boy, I've been raised in Chicago all my life. Yeah, but your people's from South Carolina. You dig what I'm saying? You from South Carolina. I don't care what you can say whatever you want to, we can go stamp every last one of your folks with a South Carolina seal. That's what you are.
See, that might explain why a lot of stuff surrounding Charleston is not appealing. Feel me? Like the water is extremely cloudy, extremely like brown. It's almost brown like Gulf water, New Orleans type, that kind of water. It's like you look at, you don't want, you know what I mean? You don't want to get in it, like you like, oh, that's okay. It's real cloudy. It's like a brown. You know what I mean? When you get to looking at it, so you're like, wait a minute. Why is it so dirty? Why is so I'm telling you, man, I've always wondered that. Why do certain regions have that cloudy colored water? And then you go to the next region over, like the next, you know, almost country over, and water is like sky blue. It's crazy. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But I look at stuff like that though, because I believe the ancestors do speak though.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
Do some stuff.
I think they disappointed in stuff.
Well, I know they disappointed though.
Just it's like with me, what we was talking about was that week before last, you know, about the entertainers and the athletes and all the things that like any one of them that ever try to do anything about, you know, trying to help their people get along, they gonna knock them off. You know, that's just what it is. They gonna tarnish you so bad that ain't nobody gonna deal with you, right?
Yeah.
But this week, the mayhem with all of this, the kids stepping up, the kid at the track meet, I'm sick.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I'm so
I didn't have any information, that's why I didn't bring it up.
I didn't initially. I didn't either, and
because it's a lot of question marks, and
it's a lot of question marks in it. And I get it, but the one thing we can't turn our eye to is the bully part. Say what you want to, but if somebody bullies you or bullies your kid or whatever, they have a natural either fight or flight response. And sometimes you can't move. You have to move them out of your way. Okay? So like I say, you know, you hate to see the young kid get locked up. You hate seeing a kid lose his life. You know, but you have to be aware of what's going on with these young folk. You know what I mean? And if everything got its own pieces of circumstance there, but a lot of it at the same time doesn't make any sense. And when I say that is, it's like, okay, you say the kid was under the wrong tent, then somebody come back and say, well, the coach said, you know, since it was raining or whatever, that the kid could stay under the tent. And then one person said, well, he said something to him, he put his hands on him, that type of deal. Then they say it's over a girl, and it's this and that, and it's all these other outside things. But the mere fact is this: when somebody, especially if you don't know them, if somebody come up to you right now and try to attempt to put their hands on you, as a grown man, you are going to react.
Mm-hmm.
And especially if you don't know them,
Right.
you probably gonna react violently.
Right.
So they understand that's right.
Good job. Yeah.
And that's the thing what people don't understand that when they make threats. If you tell somebody I'm gonna do such and such to you, when you make that move to carry out whatever that task is, that person don't know what you know what I'm saying, what your actual motives are, towards them.
Yeah.
They're gonna react.
Yeah.
And it's so bad out there, man. The comments, it's so much. I just had to turn it off. Every time it comes up in the store, my story feed, I shut it off. I just shut it off. Shut it off. Because I don't wanna let you know just how nasty America really is.
Yeah.
Really is. And it's so much and it truly is black and white.
It's been shaking that way. But see, this is the thing though. A lot of times we're looking at it wrong. It's not blacks and whites at one another all the time. The separation is great if it's used for purpose. It's great. Like, it's just been perceived as black and white towards racism. But there's gonna come a time real soon to where it's not gonna be about the racism, but it's gonna be about the strengthening of the culture. And when the culture begins to gather, they're gonna separate just because they're gathering. It has nothing to do with the other group, but the way everything hits the airwaves now is like it's racist, it's racist, it's racist. So with that being put into the air, and you throw a situation that's in the middle, you know which side it's gonna automatically go to. You know what I'm saying? Because of what's already in the media. The mouth is already tasty on the racism, so he go another story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? While the iron's hot, we're gonna go ahead and throw them in the fire too. We're gonna cook them too, yeah. We ain't gonna relight this, we're gonna cook all this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's
make it bad too. You know what I mean?
That's media.
Because it's what you see all the time. And whether you wanna stand solid on your own 2 feet of thinking, guess what? You hear it enough, you're gonna investigate that thing. You're gonna be like, what? I ain't think nothing was to it at first. But
right.
There might be something to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you'll kind of, I think we stay near the information too much. Like if you read about something, read what you're gonna read and back away from it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, especially when you don't have all the information.
Right.
Back away from it.
And that's what, you know what,
and then you get into that whirlwind.
and that's what I initially done when I heard it. I was like, when I first just heard the story, I was like, that's just tragic. Like, it wasn't no backstory. It was just, they just put it out there. This is what happened. And then I waited, and every day, it was something new. And then people on the scene, and you talking to folks, that type of deal. Or them interviewing folks. And I was like, you can spin black and white, the color difference between them kids all you want to. At the root of it is, you can't lay your hands on, you can't put your hands on somebody without paying the consequence. I don't care who you are. If you ain't, like parent the child, there's no reason for you to put your hands on somebody. And whatever you do, don't do it and think they're not gonna do anything back to you.
Yeah.
Because people, that's the defense mechanism. Regardless.
Then too, you have to think, you don't know what happened to that person before they got out there.
Exactly.
So I don't know where your mind at. So I ain't really gonna on you like that because I don't know where you at right here.
Right here.
You might have did some shit, came and sat over here with us.
Right.
And we needed to leave you alone. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
If you don't evaluate the situation, you'll run right into it on some bullshit. Because guess what, number one, this is the thing. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not private security. So I'm not going to kick nobody off unless it's my people. You know what I'm saying? And I have to. No, I'm not doing that. You're not gonna send me on a voluntary dumping mission. I'm not doing that. Because it's like, okay, it doesn't matter how small that person was, how big you were. None of that matters. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't know them. You don't know what they've been through.
I got
You
a
know what I'm
story for
saying?
you. When you finish that, I got a story for you.
What you got?
It goes back to what you just said about the size line,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's me. Who was with me? So it was me, my homeboy, Jesse, and I forgot who else it was. So we down at the VOW down in the country, having a good time, you know, whatever. Little dude, his name is Peanut. Little big guy. Just like to have fun, cut up with everybody. You know, he's just one of them type guys, you know what I'm saying? So, Peanut on the dance floor, shaking it up. Got him a couple of them, one in the front, one in the back. You know what I mean? Having them a good time, right? Well, your story, listen. A homegirl, her dude comes into the spot.
See, that's that.
So you think about this. Peanut probably, I'm gonna give him 5'8" on a good day. He probably 5'8", 160. Okay?
Yeah, that's tough.
The boyfriend, right, the girl, one of the girls that was dancing with him, I'm gonna give him maybe 6'3",
Oh, that's pretty solid.
maybe 270. Just a big boy. Didn't matter. He got the
Wait, took to the woodshed, man.
that pushing him in the chest,
Uh-huh.
and he pushed one too many times. Man, Peanut beat the dog shit out of this dude in the middle of the club. We all like this. Ain't trying to stop nothing. I say, shit, y'all boy had to come to him. You can't. You just can't. And don't whatever you do, don't look at no size thing. Nah, it's all about what they say when they say it's all about the dog inside of them. Hey man, you can get your ass whooped real quick.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have your big boy suit on if you want to talk.
Shit, you
That's
better have
true.
your big boy suit, drawers, and everything else. Or a big lunch one.
I guess I'm too old now. I guess
Nah, I ain't doing no fighting.
I don't even be caring about that no more. That's not even in the thought process. I don't have no room for it. Honestly, I really don't, man. Like that's why I don't really be concerned about it so much. You know, every once in a while, a cat make you want to just really get fouled, but all in all, if we become better thinkers, our level of foolishness will go down a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like, it'll be
it's just
less
certain things
that
you
we
not
just
just not
do
gonna
like that,
entertain.
you know what I mean? We'll be like,
You know what? Ain't worth my time.
it's like, okay, I'm bigger than all of this that I'm dealing with right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once we get our mentality to know how big and how large, how valuable we actually are as a people, just individually, man, you are important. And just a lot of people don't know that though. A lot of people feel unimportant, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's where poor decisions come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
Lack of self-esteem, mental health ain't no good.
yeah.
That right there, kill your hustle right there.
You know what? And I think
mental,
you know what? I think there's a show that we need to go and revisit.
yeah, we need to bring that back.
That mental health thing because, dude, I'm telling you,
It's really happening.
I can't even say it's crazy.
I wanna say
Saying that
it's
it's saying, you know, putting it in the air and saying it's crazy is almost like diluting it. You know what I mean? We have to be aware, man. It's your folks is going through some things. You know what I mean? And you really have to slow down and be like, you know, It ain't nothing with reaching out to somebody be like, man, you know what, I ain't heard from you in a minute. Yeah,
Right.
you know, type of deal. And that may be just enough for them to say, man, you know, I ain't good. I need to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to be that person. You know, sit there and listen for a second.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, whatever we going through as a nation right now, it's whooping a lot of folks.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of folks. And it's people that just having to shine, you know, smile and bear it, just trying to get through it.
Right.
But I mean, it's affecting them in ways that we just can't see.
Yeah.
And we have to, you know, you have to reach out a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit beyond your norm to say, man, you know, I ain't seen you or everything good.
There's a lot to do with how I greet people at the shop and how I talk to everyone that comes in, because my energy is going to control our interaction. So, like, you come into the shop and I'm all down, head down, you know what I mean? Life's punishing me right now, and I'm all down. I done set the tone bad, you know what I'm saying, between my client, because two things I noticed. This is the thing, this is just what I go by. Number one, if I'm spilling over like that in front of you, my client, unless we just like that,
Right.
I'm at a point to where too much has been on me. And I know I need clearance. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get rid of this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, we'll keep going. And we'll get into like a track of saying why things are like they are. Here come our excuses. So it really just allows us to spin our wheels on oil. We're not going anywhere. Just spinning our wheels. We're still burning gas. Still got the clutch. You know what I'm saying? Still in gear.
I got you.
But we have no traction. You know what I'm saying? And that's just been one of the big areas lately. It's like, man, give that good energy if you want it back. Because everyone talks about respect, this, you know, all that, whatever. But something I learned about respect is an energy-based thing. Like, you can't have people to where they don't know if they trust you or not. But we supposed to become like whatever fan or whatever. How? How?
It doesn't make.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always on guard. I'm always like, yeah,
But and you know what? You know
watching. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's too
much.
much.
In the same way though, it's a tough and an easier way to live at the same time. Because it can be draining. You know what I mean? Like, if I got to watch everybody, I'm using up a ton of energy.
Too much.
You know what I mean? You know, but
on nothing.
On nothing. You know, the people around you will they give you signs. Sometimes we just ignore them.
Right.
You know, because we always want to see the best in people, and I'm one. I'll admit to it. You know, I've had those friends that you wanted to see the good in them.
Right.
You know, but it wasn't there.
Right.
You know, you might have had a good laugh with them.
Right.
And you confused the two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, you got them on a level that they shouldn't even be on, thinking, you know, I can trust them. And then you realize you just can't. You know, and by the time you realize it's too far gone, or you.
Well, it's funny you say that about trust. It's funny because if you are a believer, period, whatever level, whatever, not about to go into all that. But if you are a believer, shouldn't you believe what you reading or saying? See, this is the thing. There are a lot of verses in the Bible that explain what's going on right now. out here in this world, even in our everyday lives. But it takes for people to sometimes break those down to give you an understanding, like, well, check into this, here, here's the reference, go read it and cross it. You know what I'm saying? Like, really go do your due diligence so you can understand, like, before we say things that aren't even factual. Like, because this is the thing. Anytime we talk and it's not true, it gives you room for excuses and lies. See, when it's not the truth, everything else is welcome. Everything. So it's like you see how people claim what they want to claim, but there's other stuff that come with it when you claim it. Now you got to know that. It's just like if me and you walking, and we run up on this old cat, right? He said it's a treasure right over there in that hole now. It's worth probably, let's say, $7 billion. You and your partner can have it if you do a favor for me. You see what I'm saying? It's like our minds on the money.
Yeah.
So whatever you ask, dude, I got you.
I got you.
But I'll be right back. Let me go
Don't know
do
what
this
it
right
is.
quick.
Yeah, don't even know what it is.
Don't even know what he's gonna ask. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but when you get presented with it, because a lot of times I see and hear stuff, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe such and such said that or did that. Wow, that didn't even sound like them. Well, they didn't even function like that. But it's situations like that to where your mind is not on the task. Your mind is on what you can get from it. And so a lot of times we kind of sideswipe those consequences that come with the decision we're about to make. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it's like that stuff goes all the way around, especially in our community. That's why it's so hard to just see 1 or 2 or 3 black businesses that are really thriving, that's connected to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Not just access to one neighborhood, not just access to one particular little area, one district, whatever you want to call it. It's like we have too much division still. Even when we're trying to come together, the numbers are so small, it looks like division. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get 3 over here, you might get 6 over here, 2 more over here. You know what I'm saying? That can work together. But it's like it would just be nice to graduate to the double digits, to where we could really put some stuff together and wipe out the poverty that's in our, community, and the lessons, not the lack of education, you know what I'm saying? Not even school education, but education on life. You know what I'm saying? I call it the functioning education. A lot of that stuff's missing because there's no one there to teach it. Because everybody in the rat race.
Right.
And by the time you sit still and pause, who are you teaching?
You know,
it
don't take but a hot minute.
Give yourself 10 to 15.
Boy, it ain't even that.
Don't eat before you sit down.
Oh Lord, no.
Game over.
They gonna be tapping you on the shoulder.
Right.
Apologize.
Right.
You know, bed.
Hey,
it's okay to go upstairs.
can I turn the TV? You wasn't watching now, but I ain't want to mess with you.
I ain't want to mess with you.
I just want to find out.
But what you're saying is, it's the truth.
It's like it's crazy, man. It's almost like you're the only person to see it, man. Until you get around, other like minds that are out there, and you start finding out it's more than you thought. So I mean, that's always like a boost to know that there's other brothers and sisters that care about the community, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a push, you know what I mean? Like that's why when folk come out with their products and stuff, I push them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it does what it's supposed to.
Right.
I push it. Right. Let me clear that up. I don't just back anything.
I got you. And that's a lot of what. That's a lot of what I do. Especially with my Facebook page is especially people that I know that I've actually used their stuff. I'm gonna put it out there. If I've used your service, I'm gonna put it out there. If I've used your products, I'm gonna put it out there. It's not because I'm looking on the back end for something, because there are people who gonna put their stuff out there, but they gonna want something back. I don't want. The only thing I want you to do is this: if somebody comes to you for your service and they told you I sent them, take care of them. That's it. That's all I ask, and that ain't hard. You know, if you putting out a certain product, put out the same thing you would sell me, or I bought from you. Yeah. And it ain't never gonna be no issue. Now, at the same time, if I do, run across that person or persons that just refuse to, you can tell when people making something strictly for profits, and then people who make stuff out of love. You get what I'm saying? So when they get to that point and they're just doing so they can get some green, because then the quality ends up going, straight down.
Chasing the numbers, yeah.
I don't have to. I ain't got a bad mouth. I ain't got to write no bad review. I just pull my support. That's the easiest thing for me to do. I ain't got to argue with nobody about that.
Right.
Nothing. And then when you eventually reach out, man, you know what happened? Because you been shooting bad, bro. It ain't about the effort. It's that you putting the money over the quality of what you want to put out. And anytime you do that, you're gonna lose.
Yeah. That's the challenge of staying in business, though.
Well, the thing about it is,
to keep recreating.
What happened is people get hot, so you get them first couple sales or whatever, and you thinking, boy, I'm about to go. This thing about to go international. I got to buy this. You start spending money you ain't even got yet. Now you really have to end up taking every job, regardless of what it is, to try to make up for the shit you already done spent money on. You get what I'm saying? And you in the hole. But it's the truth.
Oh yeah,
it's the truth. And then next thing you know, your product bad, you look bad, but now you blaming everybody else though. Yeah. It don't work like that. You gotta take that L, huh?
Yeah.
And trust me, I done took. Hey man, listen here. Whoever, which I know who it was. Decided, when they done the stuff, as far as my sauce business, it just gave me time to sit down and recoup. And actually, it gave me time to rest because I was everywhere. I mean, literally, and to the point, you know what? I'm tired. And I'm kind of glad they came to me. And I got to take that rest. I'm back. I can say this. What little flip side, game over? Done deal. I have no mercy when I go over there and I politely knock on their door. I mean, your rent gonna go a little. So, I'm letting you know ahead of time. Okay? And seeing that you were already struggling. Okay.
Wow.
I don't have to be rude. Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's why I don't do a whole lot.
Man, listen here.
I don't do a whole lot.
Everything is tied into everything else. And what's coming along is going to allow me to do what I want to do. I want to open a food bank on the outside of town. It's going to allow me to do just that. I think, what the Salvation Army does is good. What Triune do every day is good. But for the people that's between them two, from Stone Avenue to Cherrydale, it's kind of like what's in the middle. It's a lot of, people come, in there from homeless people living under the railroad, trestle and all that kind of stuff that need
trails of the too.
Yeah, that need a way to get to bounce back and get food and do that type of thing. So that's what I'm at.
Yeah, some of them want to come out of my, some of them don't.
Some of them don't.
Some of them don't want no part of the system, man. And it blew me away when I was talking.
Oh yeah.
I was talking to one, this home, this cat. We were up by, I think we were by the barbershop, matter of fact. I think I was standing outside. And he had walked up and, you know what I'm saying, we got to chop it up. So he asked me for something, whatever, you know. So we started talking, you know, give us a little rundown and all that, but I ain't asking nothing personal, you know what I'm saying, like why you out here type stuff. But it's just like, he got to telling me about the system. Matter of fact, it was at the old barbershop because we used to bring bread for them, and they would have a runner that would meet you outside the shop by 6:30 in the morning and pick all the bread, and he'll shoot it to them. So all you have to do is show up and just pop the trunk. He coming. He coming to load up. Be right back to get through. You know what I'm saying? He literally will ride, drop off, come back, get the rest, ride and drop off.
Yeah.
We close and move on. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, they have a system out there, man. It's like, it's crazy to see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know how on the movies you see how they have systems and stuff, certain things they do every day. It's on. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a code. Yeah.
It's almost it make you feel like you're in the mafia. Seriously though, man. And I did not realize it.
They serious about that thing
for a few years until I was, like I say, my certain little guys that was right there at Hot Spot, they were sitting out there one day. You know, they got their chairs sprawled out. They sitting there. So I pull up. You know, go to the trunk to go get whatever, start handing out stuff. And they truly have a system. And what made that is so eye-opening that even though these cats is on the street and they having it rough, they still had a system in there of values that said ladies first. You get what I'm saying? So you think most people on the street ain't thinking, shit, what if that's the last box?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta eat too. But they had a system. The ladies that was there, they got theirs first. You get what I'm saying? And then the rest of them would eat. If you bring in something that's in a big box and it's all together, they know how to split it out to each one. You know what I'm saying? So they, in a lot of senses, what we want from us, they already got it.
Yeah.
They got a system it's beautiful, to be honest with you. And I wish we could do that.
It's just the pressure of being boxed in is what makes them do it. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? It's easier for them because of the resources are so thin. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got a good homie you roll with, or you, it might be you, him and a chick, some, whatever. If y'all roll tough like that together, it's like, it makes it easier to chew when you're not by yourself. You know, like, boy, being like by yourself in this world right now is tough. And the reason why I say it, I'm not talking about being able to survive off the strength, whether you're gonna make money or not. I'm talking about that.
Right.
Just the fact that everyone needs someone to talk to sometimes. May not be all the time, but every once in a while you gotta have another voice other than yours in your ears. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta have something that's gonna plant seeds, something that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Good harvest, man. Something that's gonna build something in you, man. Like, I learned to stop wasting my ears on like unnecessary conversations. People don't even bring me gossip. Why? Because they know I don't care and I'm gonna forget by tomorrow. So I'm really gonna miss out on telling everybody.
But I ain't gonna,
you know what
I ain't gonna be dialed in.
It's just I miss it. It doesn't excite me like that. That's why I can't watch reality shows, like the ones where they fight and all that. You know, the drama shows. I can't watch them because they don't do nothing funny. I'm sorry, it just does.
And on top of that, it's like, man, you know what?
It doesn't do anything for me. I can't stand it.
Man, yeah.
That's, I mean, you know, if you watching, that's cool.
We are.
I'm just saying, me.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah,
I can't do that with it.
I'm with you.
I just.
It's just like being in this podcast world, man. It's like I see so many times. It's day in, day out. Like I was watching this one yesterday. So the dude is asking the young lady, "What do you rate yourself?" She said, "I rate myself an 11." He said, "So, oh, you beyond perfect." And you know, I kind of understood what she was saying because it's almost like a mentality thing. You have to think great of yourself, because nobody else will.
Right.
You know, me personally, I don't know if I would have went that route. You know, to say I'm that high of a number, because we all got flaws, right? But the thing that got me was he said, well, you know, that's when, you know, basically what you might rate yourself, but you're not even close. And I don't know if he was just doing that simply because of what she looked like or what, but he was saying, well, you know, most guys gonna tell you, you know, you perfect, you beautiful, whatever, because they trying to hit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But and that is true. But at the same time, I kind of understood what she was saying, because I have to have that type of value on myself, or else you're not gonna place it on me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But to hear him, you know, tell her that, you know, that you ain't even close. You know, and I'm going like, dude, like, you ain't gotta be no lame nothing to tell us you da 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 da. But for me personally, especially when it comes to women, we ain't doing that number thing, and we ain't popping no balloons because of what nobody look like and all this kind of shit that they got going. Yeah, you ain't seen the red balloon.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just. It's
Stuff like
so
that's just
much,
to me. I'm sorry.
right?
I can't
It's so much other stuff out here, man, that we gotta get focused on. That you can't spend no more time on that, you know. And especially with, like I say, being in this podcast space, I see it every day. It's gonna be a show. One of them cats gonna pop up, and it's a particular set of guys that they just go at females. And to me, personally, I think any man that takes his time out of his day to bully or challenge or go up against another woman wants to be one. It's like he trying to eliminate the competition. That's just my feeling. You get what I'm saying? Because there's no need for me to dog. Why would I be dogging another woman? Why would me as a male want to dog a woman? That doesn't make any sense to me. Unless I'm trying to take something that she's after. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Really, you don't get points for that.
you get nothing for that.
It's kind of weird. But see, we live in a weird time. It's just a weird mentality, though.
Can we even say the word weird anymore?
Yeah.
Is it really weird, or is it that it don't comply with us?
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
It's not compatible with our thinking at all. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I can. Well, look here. If I'm around you and you can't think, oh wow.
Dead in the water.
I gotta drop you off.
Yeah.
Or if I'm in your truck, drop me off. But back let me get my truck. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, there's nothing more dangerous in the world than being around somebody that don't think.
Boy, what?
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no telling what they'll do.
Right.
There's no telling how they're gonna respond to certain times in their life. Those are the people that jump over the edge, over little or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that perseverance. to even allow things to unfold and see what it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like those kind of people are dangerous people, man, because they're following you, and they pop off. You know, when it's not time to do that, it's a lot of times you gotta see first, is it even necessary?
Yeah.
Because the crazy part about it is you dangling your freedom in front of you. What little bit of freedom we have, you're dangling it in front of you. Like when you're challenging, should I make this stupid decision or should I not?
And that's what I'm saying.
You see what I'm saying?
You willing to
I can't do that.
give away your freedom
I can't do that.
to prove to another cat that you ain't scared.
All right. You can dream that I had a chicken suit on. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm talking about, man. Really?
At the end of the day,
You can't
man.
live for nobody else's approval, man,
Nah.
thoughts, man. You
And
can't
that-
do that. It'll
that's-
tear you down.
Yeah.
You'll lose your mind.
And
Trying
what
to.
do I say? If you live for the chills, you'll die by the booze.
Yeah,
And
that's real.
That's as honest as it can get.
Yeah.
And it made so much sense when he said it, like, it's the truth.
Yeah.
If you wake up and every day you have to have that to motivate you, the minute you piss that side off and they boo you, you dead.
Over it.
You dead.
Yeah.
So you can't live like that. You know?
Yeah.
You know, that's, you have to learn how to self-motivate and keep your focus on whatever it is you want to do. You know, if it brings you joy, do it. I mean, life's short, man. We see that every day.
Yeah.
You know, it just ain't no time to waste. You know, if I ain't having fun or making money, you know what I'm saying, or hanging out with the family, anything else outside of that is a waste. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is fun for me. You know, it gives us that chance to just talk like if I was sitting in your barber chair.
Right.
Because we do the same thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? We cut up, we gonna go through the movies, we gonna do all of that, man. But it's like I get all of that and a sermon and all and all of that, and then I pay my money and I leave. So you know, it's the same thing with this podcast. Like we get to run off at the mouth. We get to have fun. We get to have guests on. You know, we get to talk about whatever is going on in this world or whatever we feel.
Yeah.
They don't have to be a headline.
Right.
It could just be like, man, what's on? You know, but I'm definitely gonna reach out to some people because I think we definitely need to get back on that mental health deal. But along the lines of that, you know, your physical health too. And I was down to I went down and seen Jimmy Thursday, and me and him we sat down for what felt probably 2 hours, and just talk, and it was really him talking and me listening, and you know he talking about his journey, you know, and changing up his diet and how they done for his energy levels, and then just how he went thinking, how it really like it gets the muck out of your head, you know, changing up your food, and just listening to him, I got motivated, and I tried something today I had never tried before. I got a coach out there, one of my coaches, he really eat healthy and that kind of stuff, and he asked me, he said, T, he said, you want something out of this cooler? And I'm looking at him like, man, what is that? He said, that's dragon fruit. He said, you never had it? No. He said, try it. I said, what you just peel it like a you know, like an orange or something? He was like, yeah, just take that shell off. He said, you can eat the seeds and all. Man, I ate that thing and wanted 2 more. Man, that was good. You know what it made me feel like? The day you introduced me to the fruit blender.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
just actually, then going home, and I made a salad for me and the wife. And I was just like, man, you know, I can do clean eating, you know, but I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna get me a cheeseburger now. One way or the other. I'm just letting you know. And, ain't gonna be no everyday thing, but I'm gonna.
Alright, Joe said, I'm gonna get me a burger in
somewhere. But
you're not gonna do me like that.
that's what it is, man. We just have fun with this thing, and you know, next week we'll actually have guests.
Yeah.
The past 2 weeks we done got to run off at the mouth. You know, that's the one thing about this podcast, bro. I guess when you ain't that big, you know, people thinking, you know, I'll get to them later. But understand.
I mean, we a big deal though.
Yo, we're a big deal. But
shout out to being famous now. But
that's what ain't what Fat Joe said. Hey, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Right.
So you might well get in while we ain't making no money. Because as soon as we get on the positive side of $7, I guarantee you're gonna be some funky attitudes up in here. You hear what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to tell. You know what? I'm so confident. I'm gonna pull one of your numbers. I'm gonna come here with the I'm gonna come here with the stunner shades on, and I got glasses. Yeah, I'm gonna have them make me some, and I'm gonna be dead up on the show just like this. Yeah, pulling me a dusty roof. I'm getting funky like a monkey. What you know? I'm lying in living color.
wow.
You know that was Dusty Rose all night.
Yes.
So it is what it is. So like I say, don't let us get on the positive side between TikTok fan base and Meta or Facebook or whatever you want to call it. As soon as we get to $7, it's all gonna change. They better not let us get to $7. I'm trying to tell you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have one of these local ladies make us some of them Ric Flair rolls. We gonna come down. we gonna come down the aisle here, playing the music, and we gonna have the rolls on. Yeah. What you know about that? Woo! And walk off.
You understand me?
Now,
Hey.
because I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Hey man, don't mind us, we stupid.
I'm not doing that. I mean, you get in the wrestling voices all day. I'm not doing that. No, man.
What?
It was terrible.
And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
You're gonna force me to do
Do it.
Ooh,
Not the macho man. Thought you got
You don't even understand how long I used to do that. I'm talking about like, cause being the only child, man, like I did it.
Right.
I was Batman. I'm talking about Ric Flair. Man, look here. I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy. I was the good guy and the bad guy in the front yard. I done threw a towel on my back and I am swinging from branch to branch.
No.
And catch my damn self at the end. You dig what I'm saying? I played all the characters on the show. Yes, sir. Rolling Dolo. Me and you understand me? Me and the dog out there getting it in. Hey, the dog just running around looking at me like,
you're like, what's wrong with you?
I don't know why he chasing himself. The dog. If you can see that dog, man, you're a fan. Dog just looking like, dude, what you doing?
Oh, God.
He's like,
Oh, man.
I'm sure like it's so crazy when you switch character like that. Boom, they don't be ready for you. But being the only child, like
that's too funny.
like for instance, it's like okay, I had the wrestling rings, right?
Yeah.
And so I would have the wrestlers. I'm talking about the old rubber ones.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know
It used to be
what you're talking
junkyard dog, Hulk Hogan type deal. Man, I had no choice in that. And one of them would do a move or something, and I had to cry.
No.
Oh yeah, I need to cry out myself too. Oh, I was in there, dude. I'm telling you, only child, man. I'm telling you, shout out to only children, man. We are so creative. You know, it was like every move. I'm talking like every move I was able to land with the little dog that looked like the move from TV. I mean, in there wide open. Pops was like, who you in there talking to? You know?
Oh no. Who you talking
I guess he thought me and Cuzzo was in there playing or whatever, but I was in there by myself. Just me and my, you know what I'm saying, the rest of me. It was crazy like that, man. That's why I appreciate brothers. I think more than people who grew up with brothers. Because when you grow up with a sibling, you tired of their ass at a certain point. So it's like you lose some of the closeness, you know what I'm saying, as you get old, you know what I mean? But when you grew up without it, you search for it, you embrace it as you know what I'm saying, as you're growing up and getting older.
Right.
Especially in your older late 40s, 50s. Those are the brotherly years.
Oh,
if
man,
you don't have it then, you're in trouble. Because that's when your mind starts breaking down, your body starts breaking down, people around you start breaking down.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? All that stuff hit at one time sometimes.
That's just.
But it is tough, you know what I'm saying?
It is.
That'll affect your mental health too, you know? So like you were saying about being physically fit.
Yeah.
It's really, really necessary for the other stuff to work too.
Right. And that's the thing about it, man. Just, if we don't do nothing else, just jump out here and laugh, man.
Yeah, they say it every time until you like.
I guarantee it will. And
I'm probably gonna live to be 3,000 years old, because I'll be good.
Boy, man, I can't deal with this dude, man. For real. But I mean, that's life.
Oh man.
You know, we had been accused of not bringing the energy and being kind of bland. You know.
Well, tell them sorry to hear that.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Sorry to feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
But we gonna keep bringing this thing. And next week, check the Facebook page, because I'll be loading up who we got coming next week.
Yeah.
And hopefully every week after that from now on, about who we got coming up the following weekend. And we're just gonna keep this thing going. It hit me.
Ooh, that was like a real 50-year-old moment right there.
Hold on. Let's get something straight, Alex. Let's get something straight. I am not 50 years old. I am 50 and 75 cents. Come on, birthday is right around the corner. Okay, so let's get something straight. You can DJ Kid the I don't care nothing about none of that. You is not gonna talk to me like I'm old. And that's for real, Jack.
Hey. I'm just saying. It comes with the territory. It does. But you have like little, it's almost like a miniature Tourette's moment, but it's not really that. It's like you jump from one subject to another. I'm gonna tell you though, I used to think they were lying when they say you turn 50, little aches and pains, little small, little crazy stuff that you never had before will start popping up. I thought they were bull jiving.
If I don't get up in the morning and this left shoulder don't pop, I'm already there. Yeah, you might as well go on and gonna roll me out, roll me out to the front yard and tell Watkins to come on and get me. Come on and get me, boy. You ain't living. I'm just saying, man.
He said, roll me out of the yard and call Watkins.
Call Watkins. Tell,
Ladies and
Doug,
gentlemen.
come on by here and get me.
But you get everybody locked up for around the truck. Roll them down the driveway and wait on the funeral. Boy, you terrible.
Hey,
Hey,
man. Just make it convenient. You gotta do no work. All right. All right, man. I ain't got no more for the people. Not today.
that's the way to end on that. We end on rolling bodies to the driveway for Watkins to come pick up. Guys, y'all. Shout out to the Watkins family over there, man.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
holding it together for us, man.
Yeah, Doug, come on by and get it.
That's great. You terrible. Boy.
What he say? What he say? I'm like, take him down to the furnace.
Right. You know what time it was? Burn them up. Burn them up. Let's
Get
go.
him out here.
Huh.
All right, man. Well, y'all, I've enjoyed this laugh. Thank you for all 134 subscribers. We moving. But you know, it is what it is.
It is.
Yeah, we're gonna try something new though. We're gonna start uploading on Patreon and Podbean next week. Try to switch this thing out a little bit. You know, sometimes you just don't fit the algorithm of YouTube. So I don't know exactly how it works. If anybody got a way for us to get more out, and hey, I'm all for it. Hit us up. But we're gonna keep grinding it out. We done made this investment. We done invested our time. You know, and we're gonna keep it moving. Got anything else for mine?
Now, famous words of an up and coming Negro.
Did you say up and coming Negro?
Yes. Keep pushing, cause I will. Take a couple words to defeat. I like that. Keep pushing, cause I will.
Well,
Like
folks, we shall see y'all next week. I can't tell you who's coming because I really don't know.
But there are no 50-year-old moments. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you. We give him the party gifts by door number 0. What?
Oh, but also, what you said the other day, hey, listen, this game night
Oh, yeah.
is going to be absolutely stupid. So, if you're watching this video and you are a couple that wants to do the new dating game, okay, for married couples. So that means you got to know your partner because these answers got to make sense.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna win, okay? Chime in if you and your married
Yeah.
folk.
Yeah, don't come on with the mess.
Don't come on with
gotta
it,
be
you don't
waiting
know.
out there in the parking lot.
Yeah, you don't know.
We'll need that.
It's complicated. We ain't
Right.
doing that. We ain't doing none of them.
Don't even do it.
Married folk.
Hey.
I'm gonna need 3 couples to get on this new dating game. Okay?
Yeah.
So you
Even if you've been rocking for years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you ain't necessarily, but y'all been solid for a while. You know, we'll take that too.
Yeah, just
don't be.
This is not
complicated.
cheaters.
Right.
So
And
we're
I
not
don't
gonna
want
be sorting into that stuff
because
out.
guess what? Ain't no security in here, and we ain't got no insurance.
Right. Good evening. Good evening.
All right, man. Listen, I done had fun. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
All
man.
right.
7 days away.
7 days away.